What's up everyone? My name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm very excited because I'm sharing another base game only build with all of you, and this one's particularly exciting because I built this one after the massive base game update that we got a couple of weeks ago. It was on February 4th. They gave us an update with a lot of new items. There is a bunch of new tiles for wallpapers and floors. There is a brand new kitchen set, or sorry, not a full kitchen set, but a kitchen counter set, a complete kitchen counter set with islands. There's a matching bar. I don't know, we just got all this really fun base game stuff. And I was feeling very inspired to sit down and build a house with it. Obviously, I wanted to try it out. So here we are in the world of Oasis Springs. And I was feeling particularly inspired to actually build a sort of like a retro inspired house. I'm not sure yet what to call it. I'll have made up my mind once you watch this video, because then it will have a title and it'll be up on YouTube. But I'm not sure what to call this house because it's kind of like retro inspired, but it's also sort of 80s inspired, and 80s isn't necessarily retro, is it? So I'm undecided. It's also just like a nostalgic home in general, because I was feeling very inspired by previous Sims games. I'm also using a couple of items that are technically base game because you can unlock them through the little gameplay thingy that's going on in game right now, where you can, like, it's a little challenge or rewards kind of thing. I'm not sure what the title of this one is, that's escaping me at the moment, but something about time traveling, and the stuff you can unlock is actually items from previous Sims games. So we also have like a really cool milk carton collection that you can kind of work on through those rewards. There is inflatable furniture, actually. There's definitely a couple things at the moment that I have yet to unlock, and I built this house, I want to say last week. So I only have the first like round of rewards unlocked, but yeah, it did make me want to really just like dive into the nostalgia of the previous Sims games. I'm using a really cool tile, for example, that just really reminds me of Sims 1, Sims 2, and I don't know, I was just particularly excited to sort of dive into that nostalgia and just enjoy it. And that's kind of what I guess was trying to achieve with this home as well. So I really hope that you enjoy it, obviously. And then it's so much fun because we also got brand new doors and windows that I used here on this house, as you can probably tell. And I just love those windows so much. They're so nice and just like very basic, but so perfect and versatile, and just perfect for this style of house as well. And so I was really, really enjoying that as well. There is a brand new front door. There is a glass sliding door as well. And it's really, really fun. And I was feeling particularly inspired because of all the new items. It's so cool that all this stuff is base game. Whenever I'm building with new stuff, it just feels like I'm building with a brand new pack or something, but this is all base game. Like, we got all this stuff just like with an update, and it's so much fun. It feels like a brand new game almost. And well, I mean, that's exaggerating it a little bit, but I just get really excited about new stuff in The Sims. I don't know, you can probably tell, I just love this game so much, and whenever we have new stuff, be it in a base game update or a pack of sorts, I just get so stupidly excited, and I just, it feels like it's my birthday. So that's definitely what it felt like when I was building this house as well. And so yeah, as you can see, we're kind of like working on the exterior. It was coming together pretty quickly. Oh, my nose is itchy. I'm sorry. It was coming together pretty quickly because I was feeling so inspired for the shape of this house as well. It's very 80s, like I said, like very 80s, but sort of retro as well. It has that classic like overhang where the second floor is like hangs over top the ground floor, if that makes sense, a little bit. So that is pretty classic. We also have a garage out front and a tiny driveway, except I turned the garage into like part of the house. So I was kind of thinking maybe it's a converted garage. We still don't have cars in The Sims 4. I mean, we have debug cars that I use all the time, but for this one particularly, I was like, I could use the space for the house because the house itself is not that big. And I was definitely going for like that nice classic Sims, like family house type of a situation. So I wanted there to be enough space for a few Sims. So I decided to just go for a converted garage kind of look and feel. So that's what I did. It's escaping me at the moment how many bedrooms. I think this house has 5 bedrooms total, which is pretty wild. It's a lot of bedrooms. I wasn't expecting to fit so many rooms in this house, but since the shape of this house, especially the second floor, is it's literally like a rectangle, and that made it very easy to floor plan. And so I was able to actually create 2 bedrooms on either side and then a tiny hall bath in the middle. So that was really nice. And then downstairs we actually have a guest bedroom because it's an office, but I guess it's officially an office, but it was so big that I was like, you know what, let's just put another bed in here and have that be the guest bedroom. If you have growing together, guest bedrooms are actually functional because sometimes Sims will just randomly show up at your place. They'll be like, hey, I'm going through a rough patch. Can I please stay at your place for a couple days? Or you can actually plan stayovers where Sims or family members, like friends or family members, stay at your Sims place. And then it's nice to have an extra bedroom for them. And I remember when Growing Together first came out, I was so excited about that. I was like, oh, guest bedrooms are actually going to be functional. Like in that sense, they're always functional, but you just never have guests. But we'll actually have guests now, and that's going to be so perfect. And then I just kind of forgot about that, and I forgot about my excitement, I guess. So even though this is just base game, that is something that crossed my mind, that it's nice to have a functional extra bedroom, I guess. So that's what I did. And then here for the landscaping, I was trying to keep it fairly simple. This is going into my base game save file, actually. So that's where we'll be using it for. And whenever I build for my base game save file, I'll try to make things cluttered and like lived in, but not too crazy. Also landscaping wise, like not too crazy and over the top, because otherwise it's going to be so hard to load into these lots and play them if you are playing on, I don't know, a laptop or maybe a lower end computer. It's just nicer to not have everything be so cluttered and overwhelmingly landscaped. So that's kind of what I was trying to go for here as well. And yeah, I'm definitely using stuff from the rewards in game, which are considered base game, of course. But yeah, if you don't have those items, I think with previous rewards, actually, if you download this house off the gallery, the stuff will still be there. I do believe that they changed that with this current reward system, where if you download the house, the stuff will be replaced or just not there, which is kind of unfortunate because it was a nice way for people to still get a hold of the stuff if you aren't like able to play the game, or like if you were away for I don't know how long and you just can't play and you won't have a chance to unlock, or if you're just not really a gameplay person, you don't enjoy it. It's just nice to have sort of like a loophole there where you can still get the stuff off the gallery. But unfortunately, I think with these rewards, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's not working anymore, which is a little bit unfortunate. Of course, the only things I used are the, I did use a little mat, like a welcome rug by the front door, but that's actually from the previous rewards, from the cozy rewards. So that should still be there, I think, unless they went back and changed it for everything. I don't know, but I did use one inflatable chair in this house and then a couple of milk cartons as well. So yeah, I think that those will be missing. I'm not exactly sure. Let me know if you know more about this, but yeah, I use it in here anyway, because I was just going for that nostalgic look and feel. Oh, and I used a home phone. I think I placed 1 or 2 home phones, like wall home phones, which are also from the nostalgia rewards, of course, or not sure what they're called, but that's what they're called in my brain anyway. But yeah, as you can see, we have moved on to the interior of the house, and for some reason, whenever I do gameplay homes, I always tend to just go for sort of like a blue color scheme. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened in here as well, which was tying nicely into the whole like classic Sims home sort of look and feel, because blue is a classic color, like blue Suburbans, blue homes. The Sims team, they love blue. Everything always comes at least in one shade of blue, and blue is a big color in this game. So I guess I just kind of decided to go for that. Also, the exterior of the house is sort of blue, but that's like a really pastel baby blue, like really light blue, which is really pretty. But yeah, I tried to sort of continue, I guess, that same color scheme on the inside as well. We have that brand new fireplace from the base game update. I love it so much. Finally, we have, I guess, like more of like a normal looking fireplace. I mean, we do have a couple of fireplaces in the base game and they are pretty normal looking, I guess, but this one's just like nice and updated, and it feels so cozy and family home-ish, and the colors are like nice and crisp and updated as well, and just really, really nice. So that's what I went with out here as well. And then you can also tell that I'm using that floor, by the way. The floor that I'm using on the inside of the house, this wood floor here, The hardwood is also from the rewards that are currently going on, so not sure what happens to that if you download this house, but it is a pretty standard color wood floor. We definitely have other wood floors in the game in this exact color. I just really liked this patterned one because it just really reminds me of the previous Sims games, and it brings me back to the 2000s, and that just personally makes me really happy at the moment. It's just such a vibe. And so I had to use that in here because it was perfect. I also just had unlocked it, I think like a day before, like the previous day before I built this. So I was all excited. The items, like the new tiles, were still new and shiny to me. So I obviously had to go ahead and use them. And then in here we have a really cute kitchen where, of course, I am using the brand new counters. I'm using the new subway tile on the wall. I'm using the new honeycomb tile on the floor. It is just so pretty. These basic tiles are everything to me. I've been wanting tiles like this for so long, and it literally feels like custom content to me in the best way, because custom content creators just know what we want, and they know that we like these like elevated basics, I guess is what you could call them. These nice subway tiles and pretty like muted colors and neutral colors, and the same goes for the honeycomb tiles on the floor. So, and I'm so happy that we actually have them in the base game now, because it's such a normal thing to have, and we just didn't have anything like it. We did have another subway wall tile in the base game before, but that one just feels a little bit outdated at the moment, especially compared to this one. I would still use it from time to time because it was kind of the only subway tile we had. But compared to this new one, that one looks so much more outdated, and this one just looks so good. So I'm really excited about it. The kitchen here is pretty small, so I didn't really have the most space for all the clutter in the world. So I just created a cute little coffee corner on the island, and I placed a couple of those milk cartons, which again are from the from the gameplay rewards. So yeah, I had to place a couple of those because it was just too perfect to have that by the coffee machine. So I did that. And then for the rest, it's a pretty simple kitchen. It's kind of small, like I said, so not too much space for clutter, but I feel like that suits this house. Again, it is from a base game save file, so I try to keep the clutter not necessarily to a minimum, but I try to keep an eye on it anyway. So yeah, that's what happened here in the kitchen, I guess. And then we also have a dining space here in the kitchen as well. I really like those blue chairs combined with, I guess, the rest of the blue color scheme and all the whites and the neutrals that I'm using. And it also just looks so pretty in combination with that more orangey, like really warm toned wood floor. I just think that that is really pretty. We definitely have some mismatched wood tones in here. I just feel like that makes sense for a family home like this, or I guess any home where not all the wood tones just match perfectly. So yeah, that was nice to have some darker wood tones in there as well. And then we're moving on here to the study/extra bedroom. This room is very simple. We also got a new carpet in the base game update, which is wild. We haven't gotten new carpet in so long, and now we just have like a normal looking, neutral, nice carpet. I barely ever use carpet in the game because we just don't have that many nice options. I do like to use the more moldy, stinky looking carpet whenever I do like old trailer homes or just types of builds that old carpet would work for really nicely. So I do use that sometimes, but never really for my regular family homes. I always just try to use hardwood floors because I just love that so much. I think it looks so pretty. But now we have this really nice basic carpet that looks perfect. We have so many nice color options for it as well. I needed to like familiarize myself with that carpet a little bit and see what wallpapers, like what colors look kind of good together. So that took me a second, but I figured it out. I really like how it looks, and it's just nice to have a nice carpet in the game that's not necessarily very shaggy or kind of ugly looking in that sense, you know what I mean? Kind of stinky looking, I guess is a better term. So yeah, that was nice. And then downstairs off of the kitchen and dining, we also have a nice full bathroom here with a shower. And I was thinking for this family that they would also have a baby on the way and also a toddler. So I also placed a high chair in the living room as well, or in the dining room, I should say. And then we're moving on to the second floor where we have 4 bedrooms. One of them is tiny, though. I feel like it'd be nice to turn maybe that one into an office instead and just have a really nice full-size bedroom downstairs. And then you could have like multiple generations. I mean, you already could have multiple generations live in this house if you wanted to. But it would be very nice to turn the downstairs bedroom into a grandparent's bedroom, of sorts, maybe just like a nice large bedroom, and then turn the tiny room upstairs into a study. But I actually decided to turn that one into a nursery for an unborn baby that's on the way. So I thought that was really cute. But then here, of course, upstairs, we also have a main bedroom, and I just kind of went for my classic base game, a main bedroom layout. I definitely struggle with bedrooms with just the base game because we just don't have that many good looking beds or dressers. Next base game update, please, I'm literally begging for elevated basic, like good looking bedroom items, you know, like a nice bed, a nice wardrobe, a tall wardrobe, a matching shorter wardrobe to kind of go with that, or dresser, I guess. So I would love that, because that was definitely still a thing I struggled with in this house as well. It was kind of funny because the type of bedroom that I struggle with the most when it comes to base game builds normally is, or are teenagers' bedrooms. But for this one, I didn't struggle with a teen's bedroom at all. So we do have a teen's bedroom. It's the one we're decorating right now with the bright pink bedding. And I didn't struggle with this one at all. I don't know why, but I was just kind of feeling very inspired for it. I did kind of merge two single beds together. It's something I like to do for teen bedrooms whenever I have a little bit more space to work with. I don't really want to give them a full-on double bed, but it's kind of nice to give them, I guess, a queen size type of bed by merging two single beds together. And it's almost seamless. It's obviously not perfect, but it looks good enough. And then obviously only one of those beds is functional, which still makes sense for a teenager's bedroom, I guess. But I think the thing that just inspired me so much in here was that inflatable chair. And if you're not playing the rewards, again, I'm so sorry, I don't think that will be there when you download this, which is kind of annoying. Maybe it will be, I don't know, maybe they'll change it, I'm not exactly sure. But that inflatable chair was just so perfect. It was giving all the nostalgic vibes. It was perfect for this teen's bedroom. It matches perfectly with the color scheme. The color scheme in here is very matchy-matchy. I'm using a lot of that light blue and then also that magenta pink. Is that what you would call that? I never know my colors. I'd never know what the official name for a color is, but I think that's like a magenta pink. I could be wrong though. And then we're using that rug in here that has some green in it as well, which was just the perfect addition to this color scheme. I want to say I just thought it was so pretty. And then the lilac or lavender, again, unsure, colored wardrobes in here are so perfect. I just think they're absolutely adorable. I had to go and place some posters, of course, in this bedroom. Art is also a thing that I struggle with when it comes to just base game builds. We just don't have that much good art. We have some pieces that are nice, but you know, if you're just using the base game, it runs out pretty quickly. But then also over here, we have a nice toddler's bedroom. This one's pretty spacious as well, so more than enough space for a toddler to just kind of run around and play with toys and stuff like that. I sort of created my go-to makeshift changing table in here as well, with an ottoman merged with a dresser, which always works. It's obviously not functional, but it always works still for the room. I think it looks super cute. And then I just went for some basic white toddler furniture in here. We also have that really cute rainbow shelf. There is a chair in the corner that I actually swapped out. I actually placed this chair in the nursery for the baby, and then I replaced this one in here with a bear chair for kids. I thought that was really cute in here. So that's what I did. We also have a really small bookshelf in this room. This room's pretty simple actually, but you know, toddlers aren't toddlers for that long. So it's nice to just not have it be too overwhelming and full of stuff. And then there's room to grow, for the kid, of course. So that's what I did in here. I think it looks very cute, and obviously a very blue color scheme because that's just the color of choice for this build, I guess. And then here we have the the unborn baby, the newborn baby, I should say, who's still on the way. Their little nursery in here. I just think this one turned out really cute. I kept it very simple because I was just kind of telling myself that the parents are still working on this nursery because the baby is not actually here yet. So they're still working on this nursery, trying to put it together. So it just has the bare necessities, which actually for a newborn in this game is perfect because again, they're only newborns for a couple of days, so what do you really need in there? They're bound to their crib, so you can't really do anything with them anyway. So I feel like that's fine. And then here we have a really small, or I guess just my basic hall bathroom upstairs, my standard hall bathroom or bathroom layout with a shower tub combo, which is nice because there is a toddler in the house, which you can then give a bath because we have a tub now. So that's perfect. And then out here we have a nice backyard, and look at that tile. Isn't that so nostalgic? If you've played the previous games, if you've played Sims 1, if you've played Sims 2, you'll know this tile. It is just so nostalgic, and it just gives me all the feels immediately when I see it, and it's perfect. So I'm so happy we have that in The Sims 4 now. It makes me so happy. And then here in this backyard, I tried to include some activities. We have some play equipment for the kid. We have an easel. I also put a telescope. We have a grill, which is fun. And then I also placed a woodworking table. And then I just put the final few little touches. I placed some music, like a stereo in the guest bedroom, and then that's it. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you this house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. I think it looks perfect here in Oasis Springs. Obviously there's a lot of like retro types of homes in this world as is. So I figured this would be a nice place to build it, and I think it looks very inviting. It is a classic Sims family home, and I'm just very happy with how it came out. It doesn't feel base game because of those new windows. I'm just not used to having those in the base game, so that's pretty exciting to me. But out front here we have a small driveway, which I just turned into a little picnic area here. There is a mailbox and a bin, of course. A really cute little bird bath here as well. I never use that item, but I think it's really cute out here. And then in the back, of course, we have this really nice family backyard with some play equipment and then a bunch of activities. There's some planters in the corner, a nice grill. Obviously, you need to have that as well when you're building a classic Sims house. And then let's go inside. So over here is where we have the front porch with the front door. Look at that gorgeous new front door. Isn't that just absolutely stunning? I love that we have that in the base game now. And then when you go inside, you just kind of walk straight into this living room space, which is really blue. I just really like it, especially combined with the warmer wood tones. It is just really cozy in my opinion. And look at that fireplace. It is absolutely perfect. It also comes with sort of like a matching rug that you can place under it, like a stone rug. And I think that that is genius. I'll use that all the time, also with different fireplaces probably. So yeah, we just have your basic living room stuff in here. There's also a bookcase in the corner. And then over here is an entryway with a home phone, which is so nostalgic. I am obsessed with it. Through this archway is where we have the kitchen and dining, and look at those stunning new kitchen counters that are fully base game. They're so pretty. They look like custom content in the best way possible, and I am simply obsessed. And then over here is where we have a 5-seater dining table, including one high chair. There's some more books in here and just some plants and decorations and stuff. And then off of this area here is where we have a hall bathroom. And then through here is the guest bedroom slash office space. So this is very simple. It's just like your basic bed, kind of just like in this space as a guest bed. And then there is a desk here with a computer as well, and some music. I thought that would be a nice activity. Going upstairs, this is where we have 4 more bedrooms. First, of course, there is this tiny landing. There's also a hall bathroom over here, which is very basic. And then over here is the parents' bedroom. So it's my classic main bedroom layout when it comes to base game. I also always use this bed because out of the base game beds, I think this is just my favorite one. I don't really like the other ones. And then we have a dresser here as well with some tiny decorations and some art to sort of warm up the place a little bit. Across from the parents' room is the teens' room. This one's my favorite. I don't know why, but it came together pretty easily. I love the colors. It is super matchy-matchy. The inflatable chair obviously is just absolutely perfect. There's some sports clutter in the corner. I was thinking that this teen could be into sports. They have a desk here and then of course some wardrobes as well. So pretty simple room, but I like how it came together. And then over here is the toddler's room, which is very blue and has a couple of sprinkles of green, I guess. So there's a changing table, some toys. We also have a potty here and then just a little bed, of course. And across from this room is where we have the newborn's little nursery. I really like the color on the wall here. So pretty. And then we just have a lot of like lighter pastel colors in here, but this nursery obviously is very basic and maybe not all the way finished, but that is actually it for this base game home. So this house is up on the gallery. I actually called it Base Game Nostalgia Home. At this point, still, I'm unsure of what I'm gonna call it on YouTube when you're watching this, but this is what I went for on the gallery anyway. It doesn't use any packs, obviously, because it's just base game, and I built it on a 30 by 20 in the World of Oasis Springs. It has 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it comes in at just under 89,000 simoleons. So if you want to place it in your game, you know where to find it. But that's gonna do it for today's video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download this build off the gallery. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can follow me on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you'd like to get notified every single time I upload, click that little bell icon. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!